Hey, this is Greg Cohen with JWB, and I've got an awesome tip that is going to help you. If you are an investor who's looking to buy a rental property portfolio and you want to take advantage of positive cash flow first, and you also want to take advantage of long-term home price appreciation, listen up, this is really going to help. So many investors, when they go and start to build their rental property portfolio, only pay attention to one thing, that thing being the rent to price ratio, right? You want to get positive cash flow, which I get. I think that is the perfect place to start. But I don't think it's the only place to go when you're making your decision of where to build your rental property portfolio. I'm going to show you where to go, right? And if at any point along the way that you're watching this video, if you feel like, hey, listen, Greg sort of knows what he's talking about and I'd like him to maybe build my rental property portfolio for me, go to jwbwebclass.com. I put a whole live training there. We show it to all of our brand new clients, and it really helps you understand the dynamics for how to build a successful rental property portfolio. So go there. But take a look over here. So most investors, they don't think about long-term growth, right? But it is the most impactful thing on your rate of return over the long haul, right? So I'm speaking to investors out there who are planning on holding on to these assets for a long time, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. If you're somebody who's looking to buy and get out of it in the next 1 to 3 years, this video is not really going to help you. But long-term appreciation is the biggest factor of growth, biggest factor of returns if you are that long-term hold investor. So you better look at the markets that have been proven over time to grow more, right? When you're making your decision, first start with buying in a market that has assets that can pay for itself, right? That's that positive cash flow we talk about. But when you get there, then pay attention at the economic factors that help you understand which is more likely to have long-term home price appreciation gains that are higher than the others. And so I've taken some data here, right? This is from the Federal Housing Finance Agency, right? And we've also pulled data from the US Census. And what you see here are the, common cash flow markets here. You've got Cleveland, Birmingham, Memphis, Kansas City, Dallas, and Jacksonville. Take a look at the populations in 1990 and the populations in 2017, right? What do you see for Cleveland? Cleveland going the opposite direction. And that's not just because LeBron James left, right? That's really what's happening in Cleveland. People are not moving to Cleveland in droves, right? And onward and upward. What you'll notice is that the lowest home price appreciation rates are also the lowest population increases and sometimes decreases here, right? Birmingham decreased a little bit less than Cleveland, but still a lot. And their appreciation was also not as high, right? A little bit higher than Cleveland. They got a bump, so it's not the only thing that's going to drive this, but it's not the highest one, right? Memphis, grew 7% from 1990 to 2017, right? And then you start to look a little bit higher. Look up at Jacksonville, right? 635,000 people in 1990, almost 900,000 just in the city limits in 2017, about 40% growth. And look who tops the charts at home price appreciation from 1991 to 2018, over 4.3%. That equates to hundreds of thousands of dollars of additional return on just one rental property than if you had invested in a market like Cleveland. And this is the biggest effect on returns for you long term. So what I advise our clients to do is to first find a market where you get positive cash flow, where you have assets that pay for themselves every single month, and then start to look at some of these other economic drivers, right? Population growth is the biggest one to look at that's going to drive home price appreciation. It's going to help you build the most profitable rental property portfolio for you. If you'd like to learn more, go to jwbwebclass.com. I've got that live training there. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It goes in depth into things like this and a few other things that are really going to help you as you build the best portfolio for yourself. jwbwebclass.com. We'll see you there.